Difficult lie. The author gives his own ill-fated summation. It's a cruel cliche. The last thing you lose is hope. An elderly painter with roots in South America reflects on his life since he immigrated to New York City. It's hard to say what was on Gonzalez's mind as he wrote this novel, nearly 40 years after his debut. In the beginning was the sea, but it's a very poetic reverie. Our narrator is an aged painter whose origins in Bogota, Colombia, called Don David by his housekeeper, Angela, but in the current timeline, he's relatively settled in New York. The most important thing in his life has been his wife, Sarah, whom he married at 26 and was married to for some 5 decades until she passed away, and his sons, Pablo and Jacobo, each of whom had their own burdens to carry. This is in some ways a reflection on aging, as the painter has a macular degeneration and a variety of other maladies, and in others, simply a picturesque and vivid remembrance of the moments that mattered in one person's life. At the bottom of it all is the narrator's unending grief over his son, Jacobo, paralyzed when a junkie driving a pickup truck struck the taxi he was riding in at the time. To his credit, Gonzalez could have written a portrait of triumph over adversity, but life just doesn't work that way sometimes, and the painter is forced to see his son suffer and finally die. The book's narrative style is both modest and subdued, no doubt aided by Rosenberg, who previously translated the author's last work, The Storm. For better or worse, mostly it's sad. Neither a celebration of the narrator's long life nor an embittered prosecution of the terrible pitfalls that befell him and his. It's just a life, after all. Give the author his own ill-fated summation. It's a cruel cliche. The last thing you lose is hope.